Hey, welcome to another Businessology lesson. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build a leadership team. And the first thing we want to talk about is how do you know when you need to build a leadership team? And in a services agency, the bigger the team gets, the harder it is for the owner and leaders, typically one or two executives or founders, to actually lead a growing team. So you leverage a leadership team. You lead through a leadership team, basically, is what you do. So it's in a sense, you're leveraging other people. So as an example, if two people own an agency and they have 7 people, they can have more than likely one-to-one leadership and connection, and they can talk to each of those 7 people. But if that agency doubles to 20 people, those same 2 founders and owners cannot then lead and talk to 20 people. And so you leverage that growth through a leadership team. So for a team of about 20, you kind of think about the ratios and averages. So for a team of about 20, you may put in about a 5-person leadership team. And then you find the 2 owners meeting with a 5 or 6-person leadership team. And then those leadership team, they go then meet with the 20. So it's this leveraged layer approach to leadership. And why is that key? Well, an agency is a service organization. So any kind of service organization is a knowledge organization. So the thing you're pushing through the company is knowledge, trying to package that, talk it out. Sometimes you're delivering a lot of what you sell in a meeting. Sometimes you're talking out a deliverable. And so since you have all these people involved, that's a heavy friction growth model. So any kind of human-based or service-based model of growth is heavy friction. So there's a lot of people. So one person cannot push 20 people through leadership and all the deliverables they're trying to pull off. So you do it through a leadership team. So that's a little bit of the reason why you actually need a leadership team. So then people always ask us, well, who do I put on the leadership team? And a lot of times you start thinking about the departments. So in a larger service-based agency, you start thinking about the departments like design, UX, UI, video, production. You have somebody that represents on the leadership team all the different departments that company is trying to move forward. So you kind of need the eyes and ears of all of those different divisions and departments on your leadership team. So those 2 founding people can hear, in a sense, what's going on in the company. So here's how we do it. So when we have a leadership team, we have a team of about 15. We have a 5-person leadership team. Me and my partner are the 2 owners. And so what we do in our recurring weekly leadership team meeting is we're saying, you're our eyes and ears. What are you hearing is going on in terms of service to clients, trouble spots, team that are struggling, and they're just kind of feeding back to us the different ways in which the company is doing well, struggling, and we're kind of helping lead through that. So who is on our leadership team? Well, we have an operations person. They represent the movement of the operations. We have a technical person. As a CPA firm, we have some technicality that we provide in our service. So we need a technical representation of a person on our leadership team. And then we have a service person, somebody who would onboard team, they would onboard clients, they would help the team with scope related things. So we're hearing from them from the service side. So those are the different ways you want to think about it. You want a technical person. So on an agency, a technical person might be some kind of design, brand, strategy. That person has a strength in that department. You want them feeding back to the owners in that leadership team rhythm what they're hearing, what's going on. You also want an operations person, the movement of the contracts, the invoicing, the billing, the people that work with the accounting firm, those kind of things. And then you want, if there's some kind of production or something like that, that's some other different kind of animal than brand and design. And you want somebody feeding back that information to you. So those are just some ways you would build a leadership team. Just some things to keep in mind is when you are putting a leadership team in your agency, you're basically wanting that leadership team to be the proxy of the owners. And basically, when we say that, what we mean is we're not saying, hey, you're the leader, now go lead the way you want. No, you're saying, we want to help you lead the way in which we would lead the team, right? Because the leverage of the leadership team is so that they can go lead in the way that you would lead. You just can't reach everybody and lead everybody at the same time. So your leadership team does that for you. So you need that leverage. So they are your proxy to the rest of the team and go, here's how the owners would probably do it. Let's think about what they would say. And then a lot of times our leadership team goes, I don't know how the owners might do it. Let me take it back to our weekly recurring leadership team meeting, and let me see what the owners would say. And then they'll go back to the team and they'll lead the way in which we would want to lead. So those are some key ways that you want to think about when you're installing a leadership team. Thanks for joining us on a Businessology lesson.